fantastic week. I don't normally just vlog or talk. We're usually doing things, running errands, out and about. That's kind of what I do, right? But I just feel kind of compelled to talk about something a little different. I actually had a dream that I needed to vlog about this. And I woke up and I'm like, you know what? Maybe this is what I need to vlog about. So we're going to do something a little different here. But I feel like maybe this could be helpful for someone out there that's thinking about maybe becoming a landlord or purchasing real estate or rental property and maybe toying with the idea or going back and forth. So here's the thing. Rick and I both come from past relationships where we owned homes in those marriages. And we didn't necessarily seek out becoming landlords, but that's just what happened. Long story short, Rick's girls lived out a little bit further than where we were currently living. We were living in my home, and he had his previous home. He was renting it out, and we decided that we wanted to be closer to the kids. This is when they were younger. So we decided to rent my home out as well and then purchase a home closer to the kids to be near them. In doing that, we opted to purchase a side by side, so a duplex. My actual reasoning behind purchasing a duplex was mainly because my parents were not in the safest area and we wanted them to be closer to us because they're getting older and we want to make sure that they're taken care of and anything they might need is dealt with. So it makes me feel good to be right next door to them. But then also because times are tough financially, right? Even if you have a decent job, it's hard to live this American dream, where you get the house, you raise your kids, you buy your groceries, you have your cars. It's hard. By us, Rick and I, purchasing a side by side and then renting out the other homes that we owned versus just trying to sell them, it kind of worked out for us. We both work full time. We both have jobs. We actually work the same line of work. That's where we met. And financially, we're okay. I can't complain at all. We're fine. But I think a big reason why we are okay is because we have the rental property. And basically, long story short, it's a lot easier to have someone else pay your mortgage. So if you have a rental property, like for an example, a side by side or duplex of some sort, you can live in one half and then rent out the other. Well, that other half is ultimately going to pay your mortgage most of the time. Depending on the size house you get. If you get some crazy house that's super expensive, that's maybe a little different. But we bought just a moderate home and we were able to put a decent down payment down on it. So the mortgage isn't ginormous by any means, but the fact is we don't really pay a mortgage for any of our houses because the renters are paying that. And we didn't intend to make a ton of profit at any of these houses. We're not like price gouging any of our people. I mean, my parents are some of our renters, so I would never do that. But even what we do charge for rent, it makes a world of difference because we're literally not paying a mortgage. And everything that we bring in each month, as far as our day-to-day jobs, goes towards other things, whether it be savings or investments or even upgrading the house. Like this house that we bought was pretty old. I mean, old in my opinion. The house is built in the 70s, and when we first bought it, it looked like it was built in the 70s. Like, even now, I mean, I have gold countertops in my kitchen, and we had green carpeting throughout the house and parquet flooring. It needed a lot of upgrades, put it that way. But what we've done in the last 10 years is upgraded pretty much the entire house to the point where it looks really nice. I mean, we have one room left to do, and that's our kitchen, and we're going to actually start doing that in the next couple of months. We're able to cash flow all of these renovations because we are renting our other homes and basically not paying that mortgage. So I just want to put that out there. If you guys are thinking about it, it really is worth it in my opinion. Yeah, you share your home. Essentially, you share your yards. Our particular house is completely separate, where we have separate basements, separate entrances, and all of those things. But I could pound on the wall and they could hear me, and vice versa. But honestly, it's fine. We don't get in each other's way. We live our own lives, and it works out pretty well. And, something like down the road, we want to invest in possibly like a multifamily unit, maybe like a 4 family, some sort of small apartment complex, because we would like to travel, maybe get an RV, and then travel during the cold months and then come back during the summer. So we would probably live in one of the apartments and then rent out the other 3 apartments. Just an example of what our plans are. So there's so many things you could do, and your life can be, I feel, so much better when you have that financial freedom of not having a mortgage. It definitely outweighs the negatives that come along with it. I mean, another negative is sometimes, we might get a phone call from one of our properties, furnace breaks, hot water heater goes. We actually just had that a couple weeks ago. But you get it fixed and you're cash flowing all that because you are saving that difference versus paying that mortgage every month. So I won't keep rambling on. It's just something I felt like I needed to share. And if anybody is out there thinking about maybe investing in rental properties, or you're maybe looking at purchasing a home right now, consider purchasing something that's a multifamily for that reason, because whoever you're renting to ultimately could pay your mortgage. So why pay it if someone else can, right? I hope you all have a great week. We'll talk to you later. I'll bring you along on some of the out and about and the remodels that we're doing. We were doing some remodels next door on my parents' side of the house, so I'll record some of that so you can see how that all turns out. But keep in mind, all these remodels are cash flow. We're not taking any credit out or anything like that, and it's all because we have rental property. So we'll cut this now before I keep going on and on and on. But we'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching. If you like what I said, give me a comment. Tell me how you feel. And subscribe and like if you could, please. I would really appreciate it. So thanks, guys. We'll see you later.